behalf of ViewNowTv and in association with Simon Presea, we have got very exclusive footage for you and interview today with the one and only Joyce Sims. You're in the UK?
I am.
And what brings you back to this side of the pond?
Doing some shows. I have courtesy of Simon Presea. He was gracious enough to contact me and ask me if I was available for some dates in the UK, which I was. And it just so happened that it corresponded with the release of my new EP. So it worked out well. So here I am.
And I presume that's the main reason why you're here, promoting that, and also you're working on a new album?
Yes, I'm working on a new CD that'll be out this summer.
Okay.
And so I've been pretty busy.
And in terms of the people that you're working with, because obviously, just in case people at home aren't aware of some of the more recent music, as well as being a singer, you're obviously quite a prolific songwriter as well. And I believe you're very welcome, most of the material that you've released in the past has pretty much predominantly been written by yourself. So have you continued to do that even with the new album?
Yes, on the new album, I did all the writing. I'm working with different producers. This time on the EP that's out now, I worked with Eli Tubo from the US and a production team called Soul Garden from Birmingham in the UK.
And that was Mark Anthony
and Jason Williamson.
Yes.
Right.
And how did you find it? I mean, is that the first time you've worked with any UK producers, or how was the transition in terms of the style and how they, I suppose, the general work ethic?
It was, well, we met Mark Anthony. He contacted me through Facebook.
Okay.
He actually didn't think I would respond to his message, which I did. I tried to respond to all my messages. And so, and he's like a jingle writer for the BBC and different things like that. So he sent me over some music of his music, and I liked it, and so we started corresponding. But we did everything basically through online, going back and forth, sending files. He would send me files, I would send him files, and that's how we got it together. And in May of last year, I was in Manchester, and we actually met and got together in studio for the first time. Yeah.
Well, just to bring people up to speed as well, I'm very much an 80s baby, and obviously to take people back to your history, because we can't have you here without touching upon half the reason why you are still here doing what you're doing today. Songs like All in All, Come Into My Life, which is probably one of the bigger mainstream songs, especially in the UK. In terms of how the music industry was then to how it is now, what have you been doing in keeping yourself busy?
I took a break from writing. Well, I shouldn't say writing, but I just took a break from music for a little while. But I continually was writing and performing in the States. But the music has changed tremendously from when I first came out. With the internet and the technology and everything, it's a whole new ball game out there now. With the software that you can use, the sound has changed, the times have changed. So I listen to a lot of music and try to keep myself current, and I just experiment with a lot of different sounds.
And in terms of the new elements of technology, is that something that you consider beneficial now? Or?
Well, it has its good and its bad points. You know, I'm a songwriter, I'm a singer-songwriter, so my thing is always the song. You got to have a good song. And technology, it makes it easier to put a song together, but it's nothing like having live musicians playing that song. To me, that's what I feel.
I agree.
Yeah, so, you know, I love it working with the band and just having, because it's different, you getting different vibes from different players when you're playing with a group of guys or girls, whatever. So the technology, you know, it's opened doors for a lot of people. You know, it just depends on how you use it, how you use the technology.
But it's people like yourself who, you know, I suppose inspired me, especially growing up in the music industry. Who and what did you consider your inspiration, and what sort of really made you sit there and think, that's what I want to do, I want to get into music?
It was a process. First, it was the Jackson 5. They were a big influence. I Want You Back album came out.
Okay.
I heard that. I was like, oh my goodness, what is that sound? You know, I just fell in love with music. So the Jackson 5, Shaka Khan was a big influence on me, and Stevie Wonder. Yes. And why Shaka Khan? Because her voice is just awesome. So I went through my stage of being Shaka Khan, or trying to imitate Shaka Khan.
Singing into the hairbrush in the mirror.
Of course.
I think we've all been there.
And then there was Stevie Wonder, because he played and sang.
Mm-hmm.
So that really inspired me. I was like, wow, I want to do that too. So, you know, so I really got into the keyboards and everything.
And have you ever had the opportunity to cross paths or work with some of your peers along the way?
Not the ones I just mentioned. I was not yet, as you know, anyway. But I've worked with quite a few, concerts, different things like that, with quite a few different entertainers.
I mean, your music's been used in sort of movie soundtracks. Mm-hmm. For, I believe it was Species was one of the main ones. I think there's people such as Angie Stone. I think Randy Crawford have sampled some of your material. Yes. From back in the day, right the way up to one of my personal favourites, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Yes. So do you think that's had an impact as well in being able to help the longevity of your career?
I think so. I think the more exposure, the better for the song, and to have Randy Crawford to cover, I mean, that's an honor. That's an honor. She is a great artist.
Alma's was always one of my favorites, so
yes,
I was raised again.
So that was great. And Angie Stone, to even, you know, consider using a sample, Snoop Dogg, like you said, these guys, I was very flattered and honored by that fact. And yes, it does keep it current, and you know, there's another whole generation of young people that was growing up that didn't know about Coming to My Life, and they would hear the hook and, you know, want to know about it and research it. I would hope they would anyway. So it's a good thing.
Okay. And in terms of the new material, because you've obviously mentioned in terms of the producers that you've worked with, but I believe on one of the unplugged versions that you had a little collaboration with Africa Bambaataa.
Yes.
So what was it like to work with Africa?
Well, I wasn't actually in the studio with Africa Bambaataa. Mark Anthony from the Soul Garden and Africa Bambaataa knew each other. They know each other. So when Africa Bambaataa found out that we were working together on the project, he said, "Oh, let me introduce her." So that's how that happened. So, you know, and I was very honored that he wanted to do that for me. So, you know, it's just a blessing that he wanted to get on the project.
Okay. Well, one of the main reasons, obviously, why you're here is you're doing a sort of mini UK tour, so to speak. So I think it's only fair that everybody actually knows the purpose of you being here, as well as obviously promoting the EP and the forthcoming album. How are you looking forward to performing across your numerous dates?
I'm very excited about it. I haven't been in London in over like 10 years, but I have been back in the UK. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it's it's busy, but I'm looking forward to it. I'll be doing all of my classics, the All in All, Coming to My Life, Lifetime Love, and some new music as well, and there'll be a few little surprises in there. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
But the thing is, you've got your songs, I mean, as well as obviously having the success in the UK charts from sort of back at the early part of your career, you were blowing up the US R&B charts on a regular basis. So, and I believe there was, they re-released or remixed one of your classics as well that did well over here.
I did the remake on Lifetime Love with Tom Noyes did the remix, and oh my goodness, there was other remixes as well, but yeah, it did well, and I released that on August Rose Records. That's my own imprint now, my own label. Okay, it's keeping me busy, so that was it charted in the commercial and the club charts last year.
And having your own label, is there a purpose for that, just in terms of things that have happened in the industry, or are you in a position where you're looking at up-and-coming talent now so that you can help to bring other people through?
It was a combination of both. I want to, get other artists. I'm looking to sign other artists, but also where I was coming up against being like pigeonholed into the same song, the same kind of song, where I didn't have the creativity and the freedom that I wanted to write as a writer and to explore different areas. So I figure, well, if I do my own label, they can't tell me what I can't do.
You want something to do properly, do it yourself. That's what they say.
I mean, it's not easy, and the money is not like working with the majors or what have you, but I mean, the market is totally different now anyway. So it's a struggle, but it's happening. It's working.
And things like social networking tools that you've got, as you mentioned, meeting Mark through the likes of Facebook. Right. We've got things like your MySpace, and obviously I believe you're on Twitter as well. So I will be following you later on today. Okay. But we can find you on all of these platforms.
And I have my official site.
Yes. Which is
JoyceSimsOnline.com.
Everybody, check that out, www.joycesimsonline.com.
Yes, thank you. And I just want to thank the fans for being so loyal to me and supportive throughout the years. And, I appreciate all the messages and all the love. And come out to the shows. We're going to have a good time.
And for now, I just wanted to say from ViewNowTv, again, my name's Natalie Graham with the lovely Joyce Sims. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for
yes, looking forward to seeing the shows.
And tell your mom I said hi.
I will do. I'll give her a big hug. Thank you very much. Hi, well, thank you for joining me for the exclusive interview with Joyce Sims. Very inspirational. For those of you who do know Joyce Sims, obviously her music goes way back. For those of you who don't, then you really do need to go and check it out, as she's part of the reason why some of the sounds that we hear today have been shaped because of people like Joyce. So, as I said, for now, this is Natalie Graham for ViewNowTv. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, this is Joyce Sims. Catch it all on ViewNowTv.co.uk.